Back now at 8:35, it's been 2.5 years since the death of Michael Jackson, and now all of the items in the home where Jackson spent his final days are hitting the auction block. We're going to have a preview in just a moment, but first a short tour of the multi-million-dollar mansion. It's a mansion fit for a king. And the king of pop handpicked this 6-bedroom estate in the heart of Los Angeles, using its sitting rooms and fully functional movie theater as his personal sanctuary. But it's the furnishings that Michael Jackson used, some personalized by the singer, that will get the most attention at the auction, including an antique armoire where he wrote a motivating message to himself: train, perfection, march, April, full out May. As we mentioned, those items and hundreds more are now about to hit the auction block. And Darren Julian and Martin Nolan are from Julian's Auction House. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, Ann.
You have experience auctioning off Michael Jackson's things before, but this one seems to be a little different. He didn't actually own any of these things. They're from the house where he spent his final days. Do you expect that viewers will have as much interest in items that he actually never owned himself?
Very much so, because it's very much like when we sold the house of the contents of Brentwood, where Marilyn Monroe passed away. Those items were owned by a lady that bought the house afterwards. We sold them for record prices. And remember, these are items that surrounded Michael and his family the last year of their lives together.
Exactly, which kind of brings another point, Martin. I mean, there's a kind of morbid nature to this. I mean, we just heard about the end of the trial not so long ago. These are actually things that really were connected to him as he was struggling, according to everything we've learned.
Very much, but there's still a demand for his items. There's a love affair with Michael Jackson all over the world, from China, Japan, everywhere in the world. People desperately want something. They're very nostalgic. They want a memory. Michael is gone. They want to cling on to something tangible.
So now the owners of the home where he rented are selling this, putting them on auction, and they would benefit from this auction. And one of the things comes from this armoire that we heard about. You couldn't bring the whole armoire. It's very large.
You brought the door.
But you brought the door, the mirror, where he wrote these words: train, perfection, march, April, full out,
May. Yep.
No, that says May,
yeah.
and then there's a little drawing.
Yeah, and mirrors typically, when we sell a celebrity mirror, they do very well, because Michael would have stood in front of this mirror. He wrote that and would have seen himself. So this, as an armoire, we estimate $6,000 to $8,000. But again, because it was associated with Michael Jackson, we anticipate that it'll sell for a lot more.
And this also, this bench, this was owned, as I said, by the owner of the house, but Michael Jackson actually wrote on it?
Yeah, that's right. And we know from clearing out Neverland, Michael hired us in 2008 to clear out Neverland, and we noticed that he wrote on a lot of furniture. And he was also known for doing this when he would rent a hotel room. And he'd write on the mirrors, write on the furniture. So this was in his private quarters.
Stick figures.
Yeah, stick figures. It looks like somebody's dancing. But this is something that was in the shower.
And this other item here, this almost seems like something you wish that the children would keep, because according to what we understand, one of the children wrote on this a message to her or his father.
Because it was a home. He was a daddy. He had children. It was living in among beautiful items. They wrote this very nostalgic note. It's a really amazing piece, very sought after. And the kids have all the memories and probably numerous other items that they've wrote to their dad.
It says sort of, love daddy, I heart daddy, smile, it's for free.
And it's so true, Anne. We can all smile, it's for free.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful message.
This candle, you know, if you look at it, it doesn't look like it would be worth the candle itself, but Prince wrote something on it, and as a result, it's one of the children.
He carved his name into the candle. Typical child growing up in a house.
And how much does that increase the value?
Significantly. Again, it's unknown. We will know at the auction on December 17th. But again, it's something that's typically family home, and that's what we're trying to show people. Michael lived in a beautiful home with his children, normal kids growing up, and this is a part of the memory of that.
You know, I think one of the most sobering sort of things that you have here are some of the chairs that were in what was kind of called the medication room, and I'm wondering who would, and some of these apparently still have a little bit of the makeup on it.
Some of the chairs,
on the chairs that
remember,
Michael
there's
wore.
over 600 items in the sale, and we're actually doing an amazing exhibition, and we're going to recreate the home in our gallery in Beverly Hills, starting on December 12th, designed by WRJ Design Associates. So people that didn't get a chance to see the home will come to our exhibition and actually walk through the rooms like as if it was in the home in Carnwood.
Do you expect any bidders who might actually be a part of any kind of museum or some kind of historical kind of site that they may you want to create? Because that would seem to be something where this should probably go.
Absolutely, but again, it's beautiful furniture, intrinsic value by themselves, probably $350 to $550 for the 5 chairs. This also comes with a couch, so it's $1,500 to $1,800 is the value. So really not very highly priced, but again, the Michael Jackson factor is unknown.
All right, Darren, Julian, and Martin Nolan, thank you so much. And
Thank you, Anne.
I want to mention the auction takes place in Beverly Hills on December 17th.